Switch to Martin. Now Guido.
That's it long range. He's got it. Dispersed in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego.
Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season.
Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up it is! One more time!
Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
Welcome back inside Torero Stadium. We are just moments away from San Diego Loyal's first win of the season, 2-1 the final score, as Corey Herzog opens up his account. The game winner for San Diego Loyal. Welcome to Matchday Live. He's Darren Smith. I'm Jordan Caruth. We're going to hang out here at Torero Stadium for as long as until the beers run out, usually is how it goes. Once beers are out, we tend to leave. But we're going to have a lot to talk about. Post-match coverage, we'll recap the game. We will have a guest. We're hoping to chat with Corey Herzog momentarily. The motto of the show, Darren, score goals, win beers. We hope to give Corey Herzog lots of beers tonight.
That's true. We've got way too many full beers around here. As you can hear what's happening behind us, what a great night here at Torero Stadium. It is so great to be back here at home. So great to be watching SD Loyal here back in San Diego in front of supporters, in front of the locals, in front of Chavos de Loyal. They're out there right now just saluting one another right behind us. I'm sure you can see over our shoulders, but an incredible night, just tremendous energy inside of this building. I swear more times than we can count, I would ask Jordan, there's no way this is only 2,100 people, right? SD Loyal has snuck a few people here in through the side door.
Sounded like more.
This was 2,100 people here tonight inside of Torero Stadium. It sounded like way more than that. So kudos and a huge, huge credit to the people who filled this stadium here tonight, because they made the noise of way more than 2,100. And I think it mattered. It mattered because SD Loyal found itself trailing, equalized, and then did something that they had never done in their club history before. They had never won a match, Jordan, never picked up 3 points after trailing. This is the first time in club history that they actually did it. I know it doesn't sound like something that you'd say, oh, wow, okay, wow, that's spectacular, that's amazing. But it's the first time that it's ever happened, and you start thinking, gosh, you know, if you start thinking too much about that, is it ever gonna happen for SD Loyal that they find themselves trailing in a match? Of course it was eventual, and then tonight it ends up being the night here on May 29th, 2021. So it was just great to see for Corey Herzog, who came in as a sub. Great for Alejandro Guido. These guys, you know, I felt like the score line was a little bit unfair to them, but thankfully it all got righted by the end of it, and SD Loyal picks up 3 points that they absolutely had to have tonight.
Yeah, we see the comments in the YouTube chat from Sean, Statman Sean, reminding everyone that this is the first time, Darren, that San Diego has ever come back and won a match. It's the first time where they give up a goal and are able to score multiple goals, come back and get all 3 points. This is big. The energy was very, very important tonight. We can write down the impact of the new players, the impact of everything that happened with Miguel Berry, Corey Herzog opening his account, Ibarra, what he was able to do, how he was able to help Alejandro Guido. We can talk about all the impact from the players that we saw get added and gelling already. Really, the impact for me tonight is the energy, the feel inside Torero Stadium. It was loud, much louder than I was expecting, to be honest. I mean, you can look at a number, 2,200 people, if that's your capacity, right around there. It was loud, if that was the number, very loud inside Torero Stadium. So I think just the energy, the atmosphere here inside Torero is really what is the most memorable part about tonight. We just saw Landon Donovan walk by the set. He was not the head coach for SD because of the red card in Louisville last weekend, but Landon Donovan walking right by, giving high fives to everyone. Clearly he is excited, as the players are as well. We're excited to chat with Corey Herzog here momentarily. We'll give him a couple cervezas, but we're celebrating 3 points. That's what we're doing here tonight. Join in on the chat. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know where you watched and how you watched, and how you're celebrating 3 points.
Yeah, this might have been the loudest 2,100 people that San Diego could offer. here tonight, and the energy when Corey Herzog scores his goal in the 88th minute. Jordan, what a signature moment it was. And talk about how the club needed the 3 points. The club needed to walk out of here tonight with a win, but Corey Herzog needed that goal. He hadn't started in 2 consecutive matches, which is not something I would have expected when Corey Herzog signs with SDvLV, because here you're talking about the 3rd all-time leading scorer in USL Championship history, and you think he's going to be an automatic, write him into the starting 11 every single match. Hasn't worked out for him. So what the coaching staff decided tonight was, and for the previous 2 matches was, well, let's see how it looks coming off the bench. And against Louisville, he had an opportunity here, but not much service to him. So, just a forgettable performance. And then here tonight, one of the ones that I'm sure he's going to be thinking about, opening his account, one of my favorite phrases in the sport, by the way, opens his account, and there's this wild scramble going on in front of the Vegas goal. He ends up finally being the one. There was about 6 or 7 guys that looked like they all had an opportunity here to score in that moment, but it ends up going to Corey Herzog. And he celebrated and went sliding off the field here at Torero Stadium, where it's kind of cold, it's kind of damp, field's a little bit wet, right? Like, we're used to these kind of conditions. It's cold here. We're not just wearing these for the vanity of it all. Like, it gets chilly here the later the night goes. And he goes sliding off the pitch and mobbed by his teammates, so like they were feeling it for him as well. Like, gosh, like this must be eating Corey Herzog up. And sure enough, he comes through with the goal tonight and the game winner. Huge for him. Huge for the club.
Yeah, I see Corey Herzog walking over right now. He's about to join us. Had one initial swipe at it, did not finish it off, had a couple more chances, the team did, and then Corey got his second chance and slammed it home. That was the winner. So Corey Herzog is our man of the match. We can just bring him over. If he's waiting around for us, there's no reason to wait. You open up your account here with San Diego Loyal. We have beers for you. I think,
down with that.
If you remember our motto, whoever you want to bring on, feel free to welcome. If you remember our motto on Matchday Live, it's score goals, win beers. We told you you're probably going to be winning some beers from us this year. So here's your prizes. Tell us what's going through. You guys, this was from our perspective.
This is my favorite wine.
The Buena Vesa? Yeah, that's what I'm going to drink it too.
Yeah,
we have a really good
kind of show we got here.
If we can get an opener, we'll take one. From our perspective, your goal was really, really good because we have a great spot. Okay. You had your initial chance, which was blocked. Tell us just that sequence when you have thousands of people.
I was just praying because I missed that chance. I was just praying somebody. Then Blakey hit it, and then honestly, it just came to me, and I was supposed to score a goal, so should have finished the first one. Made it a little tough, but made it a little too exciting.
Well, it was dramatic. That's
Big for you, big for the club. After the 4 matches away, and then you come back home here tonight, you get back in front of the supporters. Sure. I know it's your first time here as a member of Loyal.
Yeah.
But just, for you guys, huge for you, also huge for the club.
Oh, yeah, huge for the club, most importantly the team and everything. We had a tough 4 weeks. Everybody here was with us and all that, so that one was for you guys, and now we just go on from there.
Give us your perspective. So you come in, it's a brand new club for you. Yeah. It's a club you've wanted to be with. Mm-hmm. Coming off the bench the last 2. Yeah. Now you get to come on, you score the winner. What has it been like the first 5 matches for you here in San Diego?
It's like a roller coaster, but that's soccer. If you don't score goals, somebody else is going to come in, and no disrespect to that, but I just want to score goals and win games. So I was very lucky to do that tonight, and it's a great feeling.
Yeah. And the celebration here, it seemed like the whole team.
I had the whole team. It had to be. Had to be.
Can you feel that when you're on the ground, that the entire team?
As soon as I kicked it, I was going over there. I think Sal pinched my nipple a little too hard. Somebody was getting a hold of it.
Even playing.
Yeah, somebody got a hold of that and didn't let go for the whole time. So
could have a little purple.
It could be.
It's a good mark. It means you scored a goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, tell us, for you, we were saying earlier, like you come in here, high expectations. You're 3rd all-time leading scorer in USL Championship history. So, like, we know who you are. We know what you're going to be. But for the last couple of weeks coming off the bench, what's it been like for you? Just to even be able to watch a little bit and then come on.
Oh, for sure. I said it last week in Louisville. It was good just obviously you want to play, score goals and that, but it was good just to see it from a different angle, where I needed to be, a couple of runs here and there and that. And then just to score that goal, like, for the team is just huge, because I know the guys up in that locker room are having a great time, so I just want to get up there and just enjoy it with them. But that goal's huge, just for the team, camaraderie and everything. So
and given who you are and given how you score, right? Like, we know a little bit about Corey Herzog. Like, it's sort of like, it sort of feels like now this all of a sudden maybe the floodgates open up here a little bit for you.
I agree. In Reno, I didn't score the first 9 games, and I had 19 that year. So at least this was the 5th game, not the 9th. So I don't know if I would have had that many more chances if it was the 9th.
Tell us what was going on. So, one of the benefits of us sitting down here is that we get to, so we're also talking to Corey, like, where you're warming up too. You come over here, we're poking around a little bit, and, you're focused. But, so there's a free kick going on, and the Vegas keeper is trying to set up the wall. And we can hear you turning around and you're chirping him. And I swear, Jordan and I thought you were saying, dude, this isn't the Champions League final. What are you saying to the Vegas keeper?
I just said,
there?
get back in. I just said, get back in goal. You're going to pick it out of your net anyway. But it would have been unbelievable.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, it would have been unbelievable if Blakey finished it and I could have said it again to him. But I was just trying to get him off his tracks, just trying to think about something other than setting his wall. But just the win just feels great. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even explain.
Yeah, because
it.
we were like, did he just say this isn't the Champions League final?
No, I was just like, get back in the goal. Like, it's going to be in the back of the net. Like, pick it up later. Just little stuff to get him going in that.
Well, you've been here, I mean, obviously new to the club, but through the first 4, coming home, no points here. And, it's not that you played poorly.
Yeah,
I mean, Phoenix was one thing, but the next thing.
For sure.
What's it been like here, confidence-wise? Your manager outwardly has shown on the radio,
For sure.
Social media posts, like he's shown confidence. Like he believed that this was going to turn around.
100%.
How about for the players?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I mean, I think the first 20 minutes we proved to you guys that we were a good team. We had building our chances. If we finish the chances that we had the last 4 weeks, I think we're in a much better spot, and obviously and all that.
Right.
But I mean, just to get this win, it'll be a huge confidence boost for the coaching staff, for the team, for the whole organization and everything. Now we just get to go do it again next Saturday.
Oh my gosh, the chances were all there. You guys must start thinking, what is the net the
That's
wrong
what we need.
size?
We
or
just
what?
need one of those to go in. We just need one tap in. Now the confidence is there. I mean, we said it probably on Thursday. A ball is going to bounce our way, and luckily it did tonight.
Right, and then also this week, bringing in Miguel Labar, who you guys train with. He was here for you
sure.
guys all throughout the preseason. Miguel Berry comes back in.
Yeah.
bringing more players
sure.
in. I mean, I think it says a lot about the club too.
100%. We want to win, and that's what we're here to do, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
All right. You want to celebrate with your teammates?
For
Grab
sure.
another. Give this to a teammate. Who would you
I'll
give?
take
Who
this
would you give this trophy to?
Let's think tonight. I mean, is
Guido had
Guido
the
getting
first.
one? Guido's getting one?
He is now.
This is Guido's? Okay, I didn't know if he was coming over here and getting one himself.
So
I mean,
who's
we're
this one
always.
gonna be?
I think this one could. I gotta say Blakey.
Say
That's my
Blakey?
boy.
I think
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
my
answer.
boy. That's
That's
my
your boy?
boy. Yeah, we go to.
You guys
training
talk
together.
a lot on the field. you and
Yeah,
Blake.
yeah, we go to training every day together. I mean, our kids hang out all the time, so this
You
one's gonna
drive
go to
together
Blake.
to training?
Yeah, every day. Yeah,
Really?
I pick him up every day. It was
You guys
5 minutes from
carpool?
it. Yeah, every day. Huh. Yeah, I pick him
very
up.
cool.
we
Well,
got a little
enjoy.
routine, but I'll see you guys.
Yeah. Thank
See
you
you,
for
brother.
scoring goals
Thank
and
you.
winning
Oh,
beers.
thank you.
We like
Thank
when
you.
that happens. That's good stuff. All right, Corey Hertzog opens his account. We need to take a timeout. That was our longest first segment in Matchday Live history, but it's okay. It's coming off a win. 2-1
love
the
it.
final score. Corey Hertzog joining us.
I love it. And how much fun was it watching him while he was warming up here, and then he gets in. And where we are here, we're on the west side of Torero Stadium. So Loyals come in our direction here in the second half. So we get to see and hear almost everything. We're watching players warm up, having conversations with Sal Zizzo, Corey Hertzog, Miguel Berry. We're just seeing everybody in action. The coaching coming down here, warming up in the end of the first half and into halftime, into the second half. So it was a great vantage point for us here tonight.
2-1 the final score. We're back after this on Matchday Live.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
Back inside Torero Stadium, Matchday Live continues on. 2-1 the final score. San Diego Loyal getting their first win of the season. We just chatted with Corey Herzog, who I thought was very entertaining. Had a good time. I'm seeing the comments come in. Maybe we should have given him a bottle of Dr. Pepper. Apparently he drinks a lot of Dr. Pepper. I don't know a lot about that. I just know that's probably not great for you to drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. It's probably better to drink Stone, so we gave him a Stone on the way out. He's going to be a lot of fun for us on Matchday Live throughout the season.
Yeah, like we were saying too, like it's so huge for the club, right, to pick up the first 3 points of the season after the way the season started, but especially for him, like, you know, you can sort of sense it too, just being around here a little bit. You're like, gosh, you know, I don't know, this is sort of starting to impact him here mentally, like he's starting to feel it. He was brought in to score goals, and it's not happening, and the team's losing. That's the combination of it. You know, if Corey Herzog came in here and the club had figured out a way to get a couple of results through the first 4 matches, then it doesn't feel that bad. When we were brought in to be the primary goal scorer, like Corey Herzog was, and the team stumbles out of the gate the way it had with 4 straight losses, that compounds everything because you feel like you're the one that's supposed to do it. You're the one that's supposed to let them down. It's not like the club was losing 4-3 every match. They were losing low-scoring games because they hadn't scored yet. They had only scored 3 goals through the first 4. So imagine what that must be like if you were brought in to be the primary goal scorer. So thankfully for him, Jordan, one thing we've learned about Corey Herzog before he arrived was when they come in bunches. Hopefully that's the case and that's the trend here for him moving forward now into their next match upcoming, which is going to be another big one away on the road next time out.
Yeah, it's a big one for a lot of reasons, especially because of the goal that Las Vegas scored in the first half. We've seen a few unlucky goals being scored against San Diego this year. That seemed to be their only shot of the first half, really their only opportunity. It came out of nowhere, and that was the difference for a long period of time. Had that been the difference by the end of the night, it just would have been another match at the young season that we had that would have been you feel like you deserved a little bit more. Fortunately for San Diego, they're able to get the full 3 points. They're able to score 2 times for the first time in club history, come back from a deficit and get the win, get all 3 points. That's very big. So San Diego, they'll look to go and build off of this. As the schedule doesn't get much easier for them. They've had a very difficult schedule to start the year. Las Vegas tonight, you want to get your 3 points. They were not guaranteed. You get all 3, and now you try to use that going forward.
Well, they had to get it because next Saturday night it's in Phoenix. And we just were watching the end now. Phoenix has beaten Sacramento, so they move top of the table here in the Pacific standings. So you know, that's not been easy at all. They're one of the best clubs, not just in the Pacific Division, not just in the Western Conference, but in the entire league. So having to go to Phoenix, at least now picking up 3 points, like we said, huge for Corey Herzog, for Alejandro Guido. Seeing Barry come on, it was almost like immediate impact. Barry comes on, and just a couple of minutes later, Guido ends up scoring the game winner. So, you know, creating a little bit of space, opening space there, I thought that was a big moment. Barry doesn't end up factoring in at all in terms of picking up a goal or an assist, but I thought he made a difference when he came on because it just seemed like they found even yet another gear. Not that they weren't controlling the match. I mean, that's the thing. Loyal was controlling the match even in the first half. And yet again, similar to the Tacoma match, you know, Loyal seems to be dominating possession. We had a million stats here in front of us that all pointed towards Loyal dominating the match, except for what? Goal scoring. And Vegas is able to, on its only shot of the match, they end up scoring a goal. You go, gosh, here we go again. What is happening? But, you know, thankfully now we never have to hear from Sean, our statistician, again, that Loyal has never won a match when trailing. We never have to hear that because it's always included in our notes, and now we can put that one to rest forever.
We do love you, Sean, but we're glad that note's going away.
Nothing against Sean, it's just the statistic. We're like, I know, he's right. What can we say?
Is 5 matches too early to look at the live table in the Pacific? Nah, screw it. Let's go to the live table. Phoenix, top of the table, 12 points. Los Dos, 11 points. They got a win earlier tonight, 4-3 against Orange County. Orange County have played 3 matches so far. They have 3 points. Level with San Diego. San Diego played a couple extra matches, but Orange County is off to a little bit of a slow start. Tacoma 3rd, Sacramento 4th, OC 5th, Oakland 6th, San Diego 7, Las Vegas 8. And so we see some separation at the bottom of the table for the first time, thanks to the result tonight. Darren, let's talk about how smart we sounded on the pregame show.
Yes, we
Keys
did.
to the match.
It's not often we can say this.
No, we usually sound rather stupid on this show. We sounded rather smart in the pre-match show. I felt like we set it up with the addition of Ibarra, unlocking Guido, and then seeing what they were able to do coming off the bench, something that San Diego has struggled with, finding production off the bench. They found it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other part about it, too. In the club's history through 20 matches, only 2 goals off the bench. Last year, Irvin Parra with a game winner in the 65th minute in the club's first ever victory here at Torero Stadium against Las Vegas. And Ben Spencer, week 1 of the 2021 season, 65th minute as well against Phoenix Rising. But that was in defeat, and Loyal was getting clobbered at the time, so it mostly becomes a footnote. So we talked about having Corey Hertzog, having Miguel Berry on the bench, having Joshua Yarrow on the bench, having the kind of quality players. Not only do bringing in reinforcements does it beef up your starting 11, but it also makes your reserves better, which has been really a weakness for Loyal up until this point. So now when you can pull Corey Hertzog off the bench because he's not in your starting 11, what a huge advantage that is. And certainly it paid off tonight, even though he was experiencing this drought, as he said. Interesting too, wasn't it, from Corey, that this actually wasn't the worst drought? He mentioned that he ended up scoring 19 goals one year with Reno, and he went the first 9. So as he said, he's well aware of the fact that when it rains, it pours for him with goals. But yeah, we sort of figured that stood to play a role in the match here tonight, and it did.
We thought there would be several different things that played a big impact tonight. Fans, I thought, played a big impact. Not just with the feel of the stadium, but last year we got used to coaches being able to go ahead and bark out whatever they wanted, and every single player would be able to hear those orders. They were able to be more organized. Things change now with the fans inside Torero Stadium. It's more difficult to communicate. The reaction is clearly different. The celebrations seem to be heightened just a little bit more. Having fans back inside Torero Stadium had a huge impact tonight.
Without a doubt. And off camera, I can see our man Jack Cronin standing not too far away from us. And we heard story after story last year from Landon Donovan, from Nate Miller, the assistant coach, who's 1-0, filling in there in the technical area. But they could hear everything that Jack said last year. I'm guessing that there was no coach and no player that could hear what Jack and Shannon were saying. With no respect to them, I'm sure that they could not hear them tonight because of how much fun it was inside of this building. If this was your first match here, my gosh, you were going home and thinking, when do I get to go back? Like, that was such a blast. This place just erupted in the 88th with the game winner. And all night long, I thought the energy was there. From the first half all the way through the end of the match until the final whistle. Jordan, I thought the energy in this building was just outstanding. And what a credit to what Loyal's done just to maintain, to grow, to figure out a way to get people back in here after a pandemic season like that, or you couldn't have anybody in the building. What a credit to the club, what a credit to the city, what a credit to the soccer community here in San Diego.
Yeah, it was very important here in San Diego tonight. SD Loyal will hit the road once again for their June 5th match against Phoenix Rising. Loyal will look to avenge the season opening loss in the desert in Chandler, Arizona. I added that, by the way, the Chandler, Arizona. Match is set for next Saturday, June 5th, 7:30 live from Wild Horse Pass in Phoenix. Watch the match on Fox 5 San Diego and Azteca America in Spanish. So that's what's coming up next, Darren. It doesn't get much easier for San Diego at all. That schedule does not loosen up.
That's why you had to have it tonight. That's why you had to have it tonight. And as we said, this is the first tonight of 12 straight matches against the Pacific Division. So this is where you make your hay. This is where you look at the standings and you go, okay, it's time to erase a lot of that bad feeling from what happened through the first 4 matches when you play against Vegas, Phoenix, Los Dos, Orange County, back to back to back to back over the next 12 weeks. So, you know, these matches feel like they count twice. You're not playing out of the division. You're not playing out of the conference. These are the ones that matter most.
Right, and it does not get any easier against Phoenix. Phoenix is a team now with 4 wins and 1 loss. Their only loss of the season came against Tampa Bay, a team that many expect to represent the East later on this season. Also, many people expect Phoenix to represent the West. We will see what happens, but that is their only loss. That was a very good matchup. We'll see what San Diego can do in Chandler, Arizona next weekend. We'll take one more time out, one more segment to go here on Matchday Live from Torero Stadium. It looks like the fans have exited for the most part. I do see a few flags still up there behind us, right underneath the microbrew sign. A big shock there. They're underneath the beer section, but the flags are still flying. 2-1 the final score. We'll be back to Torero Stadium after this. A lot of questions about where the postgame is.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
All right, Matchday Live. The post-match show continues here from Torero Stadium as we've got some Chavos de Loyal walking out. Hopefully you can pick that up in the background. He's Jack Cronin, Darren Smith. We got Jack Cronin here. Of course, you see the kits. You see the Black Lives Matter, the orange kits as well. You can buy the newest SDvLV gear, including these kits, the Adidas collection, some unique designs that you can't find anywhere else at the shop. Shop online today at theshop.sdloyal.com or visit the shop in Mission Valley.
Darren, supporters are back.
Supporters are back.
The drums are here. I hope our microphones can pick this up.
I hope so too.
I thought our guest right here, Jack Cronin, did an amazing job of just sitting out at important times during the broadcast tonight and letting the fans tell the story. How nice is it to have fans back inside the house?
It's an excellent point because the energy, incredible. Listen to this. We have not had this in a year and a half. It's incredible. And that's the story, right?
Right, no doubt. Tonight's story is about the fans being back.
Right, it's what it is. 2,000 people in this one, 6,000 on the 19th. It's gonna be awesome.
What did it sound like? I mean, we kept saying we sort of started asking club executives. We're like, so you guys snuck a few more thousand people in there, right? Like this wasn't just 2,000 because it was the noise of way more than 2,100 people or whatever the final tally was. I'm sure it came through loud and clear on the telecast.
It sounded real, right? It sounded real. It sounded like actually having a real match. And you could hear the drums constantly. It provides a great backdrop. As Jordan said, you can lay out, let the atmosphere play itself. Let the atmosphere speak for what was happening. And then on the goals, the celebration's already there. And it was brilliant. I loved having them back.
The celebrations tonight, I think, are a big part of the story. It kind of showcased how important this was. Corey Hertzog scoring a winner. Like, you can celebrate. That's exciting. The way he celebrated and the way his teammates jumped on him, you could tell how much tonight meant. I'm sure you sensed the same thing.
Totally. I mean, for Corey personally, you guys have talked about, you had him on the show, the relief, that relief of getting that first goal. But then also the celebration, what it means for this club, for San Diego, the first points of the year, like all of that is wrapped up into that goal, to Guido's goal. Like it was awesome.
It was very good. So now they go back on the road to Phoenix.
Yeah.
You had Shannon McMillan in the broadcast booth. What was her big takeaway? What were you guys talking about tonight?
What we were talking about until Guido scores, and especially until Herzog scores there, Landon came on with us at halftime, and Shannon was already saying it. There's so many chances. They were knocking on the door. Yeah. Chances and crosses and possession and the whole thing. They were knocking on the door, and they had one shot and one goal for Vegas. San Diego kept knocking on the door, kept pressing, and it was there. And so that's what we were talking about. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know when.
Yeah, well, we said the same thing to ourselves. We're like, is this going to be Tacoma 2? Or is this going to be a totally different result? Because that's the way the Tacoma match went as well, where you felt like you were dominating. Every statistic that our great statistician Sean gives us tells us a story that SDvLV is dominating this match, except for the scoreboard.
Right.
And then you're like, well, the net must look really, really small to these guys right now. But thankfully, Miguel Berry comes on, equalizer soon to follow. Maybe those things are connected, who knows? And then all of a sudden, 88th minute, gosh, what a moment.
Well, think about this. I mean, you bring on the West Coast Conference Player of the Year, guy was #7 draft pick in MLS. You bring on the third leading goal scorer in USL history in Corey Hertzog. Those guys are coming on in relief. Yeah. Guido allows him to play 70, 80 minutes. He's out there fresh, he scores. The guys you bring on in relief with the reinforcements they have now, the depth of San Diego all of a sudden is an enormous asset. And that was on display in that second half. Barry's a part of that. Ibarra's a part of that. Herzog's a part of that. Like, all these guys, the depth that they now have, it's a game changer.
And depth is a very important part of this, because you have positions where you were a little concerned, like Stoneman goes down early. You're like, all right, what does it mean for the back line? They've had to go out. They've had to add players to the back line. You're not scoring a lot of goals early. What are you going to do? They go out and they add players, and not every single club in this league is in position to go out and add the players that San Diego's doing. Depth is important, not just because you need it as a team. This season is much longer than it was a year ago. You will need that depth going forward because injuries will come. Unfortunately, that just tends to happen. The depth is important because the season is so much longer, and we're going to go ahead and see that on display going forward.
Right. I mean, we saw it in the last 20 minutes here, right? But you're right, 32 matches long. You've already played 4 of them on the road, so you got, your final, 16 out of 28 are at home, which is great news. But still, it's the ability to bring on those kind of caliber players, either to start a match or in your final 30, 20 minutes, whatever it is. That depth is a game changer for San Diego.
Well, I'll tell you, I would prefer never to have to wait 448 days ever again between home matches with fans, but tonight felt like such a relief, such a celebration. It felt like normal. And having you guys up in the booth for the first time here in the 2021 season, having the 2,100 people here inside of Torero Stadium, having Loyal pick up 3 points as they get set now to go back to Phoenix, where they really got out of the gates and struggled big time in that opening match, but knowing how confident they were at the end of the 2020 season, like tonight, we kept saying it. It was so much fun down here. I'm sure it was a ton of fun up in the booth. It looked like a ton of fun in the stands. Like 448 days is a long time, but man, like I want to say it was worth waiting for. But tonight, a little bit of that here going on here in this one tonight.
That's an excellent point. I mean, the folks who showed up here, the 2,000, 2,100, whatever we had here tonight, they made it worth it.
Yeah.
They made it count by waiting a year and a half to get back to this moment. We only have one match with fans against this team, same team. One match, and it's gone. And yet the people rallied and showed up here tonight. That one is for those folks that waited all that time to get back here tonight. Very impressive.
I know. I mean, and let's be honest here. Like, you never know. This is an expansion club, like an expansion USL club. Like, you don't know what it's going to look like second time through. You know what I mean? Like, you barely even got off the ground. So, like, who knows what you're supposed to expect here? And I know there's a ton of people here working behind the scenes, and we know them all. And if you came, if you watched, if you were here, like, there's a ton of people who put effort into just making sure that this place looked as good as possible, that it was operational. But, like, who knew what to expect here tonight, right? And then, like, to see this, gosh, it's so encouraging. It just gives me such such anticipation for the future.
That's right, hope, right? I mean, what Landon and Warren and Andrew did here to keep this club running through a pandemic, to do so with nobody here at all in the stands, to deliver this kind of moment is just awesome. And it paid off here tonight. And you got to win out of it. And you get your first 3 points. And the season is now different because of tonight moving forward.
Yeah, and tonight is the first time ever at home that we're celebrating a win with fans inside the house.
How about that?
Which is incredible. I mean, it's not how you draw it up, and it's clearly because COVID has an impact that you're winning matches at home a year ago without fans, but for the first time, we get to celebrate with everyone inside the stadium.
And a dramatic win, too, a come-from-behind win, to erase that, to get rid of that once and for all. Like, it was just fun.
And it's really important because if you do come up short tonight, you're looking at this schedule. Phoenix on the road, Orange County on the road on a short week, Los Angeles after that, which maybe a year ago you think, okay, we can get 3 against Los Angeles. That team is good this year. Like, that team is producing points. Phoenix again after that. So this gives you some hope, right? This gives you some optimism going into another difficult stretch of the schedule that they're absolutely going to have to get through and get points from. They can't go through another stretch where they're coming back after 4 matches with 0 points. So this sets the stage for it, does it not?
It does.
Yeah.
It really, really does. Again, I think it's it's just looking at Corey Herzog, seeing the relief, because we were watching him warm up over here, and I'm not going to tell you I'm some sort of Corey Herzog body language expert, but we all sort of sense the same thing. Maybe he was pressing a little bit, thinking a little much. Like Shannon, I thought, said it really, really well. When you lose 4 straight and you're not scoring, and you were brought in to be the primary goal scorer, that's weight on your shoulders more so than it would be on Venkaizil or Yarrow or Muse or anybody. Like, it's going to be on his shoulders more than anybody else. So, like, for him to get the goal, and that's the game winner, man, that's like a turnaround moment right now.
Jack, I'm having a great time hanging
That's
out
awesome.
with you, but my beer's
Okay, let's do it.
So I think that's like a wrap on our. I think
we
that's
gotta
how
do
that
it.
kind of goes.
Let's
we
do it.
appreciate
Yeah, you can take one of these too if you want.
Yeah, you didn't score a goal, but we'll
Okay,
give you a
great.
beer.
Yeah, this is
there
great.
You go.
This
Score
is great.
goals. Score broadcast goals.
I
You
love
get a
it.
beer.
I love
Welcome
it.
to the
Call
Post-Match Show.
goals, win beers.
There it is. I like
Call
that.
game winning goals.
See,
take home
Darren's
beers.
much better at this. Jack Cronin, the voice of San Diego Loyal. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there he is. Jack Cronin.
Nice
It's
to
our
see Jack
final-
in person, by the way. Jack
I
and I
know.
broadcast every day together. We don't ever do it in person. We haven't done it
That's
in
true.
person.
You
like in
guys
a
are
year.
doing that remotely. And then we've had all these road matches,
I
which
know.
are great, but like we miss Jack, right? Because we have the best broadcast crew in the entire league. So finally we're back home. I'm able to watch the SD Loyal Twitter account during the match and hear the highlights. And you laugh, but I'm down here listening to every single one. It's exactly what I was doing. We're very happy to have you and Shannon back.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
He is Jack Cronin. That's it, Darren. Anything else we need to get to here on Matchday Live? We produced Corey Herzog. We produced, did you see us pop champagne earlier?
No, but I heard about it.
Did you?
Given your day, it's a pretty good day for
It's
you,
a
my friend.
really good day.
Yeah.
That was actually a pretty good note in
Uh-huh.
our section here of the chat. Tim Stoop says, interesting that Manchester City did not score any goals and San Diego Loyal scored 2 today. So San Diego outscored Man City by 2 today. That's
I would
a very
agree.
good point.
And I think the takeaway there is San Diego Loyal is better than Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. That's a good assessment. Just don't make them Champions League winners quite yet. That still belongs to Chelsea. All right, that's a wrap. We need more beers. Jack, thank you so much. We will see you soon. Home match is coming up. Darren, we will podcast soon. How about that?
Yes, looking forward to that. It's much better than the last 4. You know, like I said, coming off a win and coming off just a magical night here. I mean, the sound of victory here at Torero Stadium it's been a long time, especially for the 3 of us who were in here all last year when nobody else was.
Yeah.
So to hear it, and to hear it with the fans was amazing.
I know yours isn't open, but can we at least cheers to the victory on the way out as we say goodbye here from Torero Stadium? Cheers to SD Loyal's first win and our first 3 points of the season. That's all. Good night.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.